Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one, it's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
It's a pedigree battle on the campus of Alliance High School as the defending EBC champs Alliance take on the defending Division III state champs, the West Branch Warriors, and it is live on SmeeSports. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this EBC clash. It's the middle of the conference season. This will be game number 5 for both teams in conference play. Both come in tonight standing at 2-2. Both sides looking for a big win. It comes down to this, essentially. If one of these teams beats their opponent twice in a row, that team is out of contention for the conference. If they split, that might also be the case. These might be the most important games on both Alliance and West Branch's schedule this season up until the playoffs. For the Aviators, they are sending out Valentino Fisk to pitch this ball game. And as for West Branch, it is the man who started the state final victory over Hamilton Baden in Anthony Perry. Once again, good evening, everybody. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. It'll be Boston Molyneux, Anthony Perry, and Charlie Biskup do up this frame for West Branch. The Warriors coming in at 5-5, winners of their last 2 games. They look to make it 3 in a row here. The lefty shortstop steps in the box. The time right now, 4:59 p.m. Fisk is ready to go, and we are underway. First pitch, strike to Molyneux, 0-1 the count. A good start from Valentino Fisk on the bump for the Aviators. Entering play tonight, Val has a 4.42 ERA. And 2 quick strikes from Valentino Fisk see him up in the count 0-2. Molyneux, a key figure in the state championship win last year, looking to get the ball in play. Ball 1 as that pitch misses down low. A lot of returners from that squad, but a few big pieces not with the team anymore since they have graduated as a part of the class of 2024. Molyneux survived, chopping that ball foul. 1-2 remains the count. But among the big levers from the class of 2024, it is Bo Azalis as he pitched in the semifinal win. The 1-2 is going to miss just low. Valentino can't believe it on the mound. We thought up here that was a strike. They say low. 2-2 the count. Molyneux looking to get a hit. And he will crank the ball right side. And it will carry on foul. Actually, no, he was going to catch it in right. A big catch by Cam Burton in right field retires Molyneux for out number 1. And now Anthony Perry will step in the box. The starting pitcher today, and once again the starting pitcher in the win against Baden. A loud out number 1 from Molyneux as he gave the ball a really good ride over to right field. Just wasn't able to keep it fair, and Burton was able to track it down. 0-1 the count on Perry as for the second straight batter, Fisk finds a first pitch strike. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball heated up the gut, and it is a 1-out single for Anthony Perry. Plenty of power behind that swing as it will split second and short with ease. With 1 down, now up steps Charlie Biskup, the catcher, runner at first base, and Perry a very good start to his afternoon. He hopes that will be some subtle foreshadowing to his outing on the mound. Fisk will fire to Biskup, and it is a first pitch ball, the first today from Valentino, 1-0 the count. Patience is going to be a big thing in a game like this. The narrowest of mistakes will make or break the game. 2-0 the count as this time he misses a little bit more upstairs. After Biskup, it will go to JT, Jeremiah Thomas. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Once again, upstairs, 3 straight balls from Valentino. West Branch would definitely appreciate 2 runners on with 1 down, considering that they have one of their better hitters in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-0. And it's a good get right from Fisk, 3-1. This is going to be a very big 3-1 pitch from Fisk. He has to have something. Perry, he might go, and he does. They called a strike. Davis unable to get it on the transfer. 3-2 the count. But now at second base is Anthony Perry. A good job from Perry. A good lead from the get-go. Even if Davis was able to get the transfer, the throw most likely would not have been in time. Time now called in the box by Biskup. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fisk, 2 straight strikes in a row. Valentino is ready for the payoff. A screamer over to the right side. It is through for a base hit, and they will hold Perry up at third base. Put runners at the corners with 1 down, and yet another loud base hit. Biskup plenty of power, this time a little bit more to the right. Split first and second base, and now up steps JT Thomas. Now time has been called over at third base. Anthony Perry, he is in some pain. It looked like when he was trying to go home and was held up, he kind of got caught up slipping to go back. And that is most likely what happened there. He will try and walk it off. Definitely with him being the starting pitcher, they will keep him in this game. But if there is a courtesy, they will probably have to use it right now, which, given the substitution game in a game like this is not the time you want to use one of your pinch runners. So we'll see what the decision is on Perry. Once again, tomorrow we will be in Beloit for the reverse fixture of this game. West Branch will be hosting Alliance. Same time, first pitch, same place to watch it here on SmeeSports. Perry appears to be okay after getting shaken up on the turn, and now Jeremiah Thomas will step in. We saw him in football season and what he could do in some open field. Plenty of open field. Can he give the ball a ride without himself carrying it? That is the question. The pitch. First pitch strike, 0-1 the count. Third first pitch strike of the top of the first for Valentino Fisk. With Jeremiah Thomas, a key figure in the football team, and next year with a lot of key guys going, he will have to step it up even more after having one of the best ever seasons as a West Branch quarterback. 2 strikes to count on the lefty. Runners at the corners, 1 down. The 0-2 is chopped to foul by Thomas. A good survival swing by the junior. After Jeremiah Thomas, it goes to Maddox Coleman, the right fielder. And Coleman would be the 5-hitter. Same count, 0-2. Fisk ready to go. Runner goes. The pitch. It's low. Davis chucks down. The tag is in time for out number 2. A dime dropped by Bo Davis. About as beautiful as that could be from Bo Davis. Still a runner at third, but with 2 down and a 1-2 count, things get a little bit more difficult. You see the chuck just beautifully placed. Chopped right up the gut. The throw 2-1 is in time, and Alliance survives a scary top of the first. A very good survival chuck. An easy play made over at second base, but given the situation for Alliance going from 0-2 runners at the corners to out of the inning, no damage, a great turnaround from the Aviators. We flip to the home half of the frame. No score in Alliance. Welcome back to Alliance for the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 your score, and the Aviators will send up Brady White, D'Angelo Fisk, and Bo Davis to hit this inning. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. On the mound this afternoon for the Warriors, it is Anthony Perry, once again the starting pitcher in the state championship victory over a very, very talented side in Baden. 3 to the final back in June. But AP, he has had a good start to this campaign as expected. So we will see how he does against the Aviator lineup. And Alliance, a team desperately in search of a get-right game. They have lost their last 4 games, but not to bad teams. Lake Center Christian, a regional hopeful team upcoming once again. Canton Central and Carrollton twice. And Carrollton right now, the heavy favorites to win the conference. Right now it's between them and Marlington, really, but if one of these two teams is able to win the next 2 days, that could quickly change, and it also depends on how Carrollton holds up against some other teams. They have a very tough schedule, but the bulk of their difficulties have already happened. So right now, Carrollton, the odds-on favorite to become EBC champions, but do not discount either Alliance or West Branch, who currently find themselves in the middle of the pack in the conference. The first pitch of the game from Perry is in the zone. 0-1 the count on Brady White. White, a good senior year so far. 367 average, 5 RBIs, and 4 extra base hits, along with 4 stolen bags. Here's the 0-1. And it will miss off the plate. 1-1 now. But Anthony Perry, one of the best pitchers that West Branch has. Probably their ace right now, given Bo leaving after last season. But he is not the only pitcher they have. We'll see, I'm sure, a couple more pitchers in the remainder of this quote-unquote doubleheader. It also depends on how well he is able to pitch through this game. 2-1 the count. Perry looking to even it up. Unable to do so. It is low. 3-1 now the count. Good patience in the box by Brady White. Alliance eager to uncork on a baseball. But White, he knows a base is a base. He will hit it over left side. A good snatch by Stifler, and he is able to get it over to Springer at first for out number 1. With White sent back to the dugout to get the bottom of the frame underway, up steps D'Angelo Fisk, the second baseman. D'Lo, another solid Aviator so far this season. His average as of right now is 267, but he makes his name in other aspects of the game. 7 RBIs, 2 extra base hits, 4 stolen bags, and a 1.17 ERA. Perry's first pitch to Fisk is going to miss. Or no, it's in the zone. 0-1. Tough to see the decision from our angle, but definitely a good spot to hit. On the 0-1, it will miss low. Similar spot, this one just brought up a little bit too much. Count even. But with Bo Davis awaiting in the on-deck circle, getting Fisk on is a non-negotiable if the Aviators would like to score this frame. And the non-negotiable happens. It's a 1-out base knock for D'Angelo Fisk. A good simple pop over into shallow right field, and Fisk is aboard for Bo Davis. Davis so far this year, 393, 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and on top of that, a number of throwouts from behind the dish. There's a reason why he was an all-state honorable mention by PBR heading into this season. With 1 down and a double play potentially in effect, he has to be careful of what he swings at. 1-0 the count as Perry's first offering misses upstairs. Fisk, being ultra-conservative on his lead, gets a little bit more now. Perry fires on a slide, and he will miss. But Perry, along with his defense, knows just about how aggressive these Aviators can be, keeping them honest on the base path, but also pitching from a slide is pretty much necessary to keep them at bay. The 2-0 will miss. Now 3-0 on Davis. After Bo, it will go to Lincoln Reese, moving up 1 slot as he will be the 4-hitter opposed to Valentino Fisk. 3 balls, no strikes, no pressure on Davis. Perry will take his time Would not be surprised to see Davis take time himself. Perry finally set. He will deliver. And it is in the zone, 3-1. A good get right from Perry, and I like how he used his time there. He took his time, settled in, pitched from the stretch opposed to a simple slide. And that helped him get back on track. The throwback to one is not in time. In the meantime, as Fisk is in with plenty of time to spare. Perry trying to multitask, but more importantly, focus on allowing his defense to breathe. 2 throwbacks in a row to first base. Obviously, something on the field is indicating that Fisk will steal in the mind of the Warrior defense. He fakes the break on the 3-1, and it is in the zone. 3-2 the count. So full count, and given that scenario with 1 down, we might see Fisk take off regardless. It's a tough decision to make, but he will stay on the payoff, and it will not matter. Davis takes ball 4 in the dirt. 2 on with 1 down as Lincoln Reese steps in the box for the Aviators. Reese batting .207 on the year, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 3 stolen bags. Given the St. V's game never completed, he is robbed of a couple of RBIs and a great base knock in that contest. And that was one of his biggest hits, if not his biggest hit of the year. 2 runners on behind Perry, 1 down. First pitch is above the letters, 1-0 on Reese. And in the meantime, the runners will stay put. I mentioned it last inning when West Branch was able to get a base runner. Patience is going to win you this game. Picking and choosing when you make your break is going to be very important. And as of right now, the Aviators doing a good job getting a good lead, but not stealing when they don't have the resources or the timing to do so. 1-1 now the count on Reese as Perry is able to fly one in the zone. Davis a bigger lead than Fisk, who is at second base. Count even. Perry will fire. Misses well upstairs. Now 2-1. After Lincoln Reese, it will be Valentino Fisk stepping in the box. Hitters count 2 balls, 1 strike. Perry still taking plenty of time on the mound. The pitch. Thought about it, but it will be a strike nonetheless. 2-2. A good spot there from Perry. A lot of the low pitches have been called strikes today. He recognizes that, puts it where Reese does not want to swing. Free strike for Perry. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perry looking for out number 2 and strikeout number 1. Instead, it is sent screaming into right center. It will fall right in front of Thomas, and that will load up the bases for Valentino Fisk. A good cut by Lincoln Reese. Puts it in a very good spot. A little bit more to the right, and that would have been in the gap. But either way, a base knock will do the trick. Bases loaded, 1 down, and you have maybe your most powerful hitter stepping in the box. Alliance, they have struggled to put runs on the board as of late. This would be a way to put that time period of the season behind them. Perry trying to lock in on the mound. The pitch. Chopped foul. Fisk a little too eager on the first offering. 0-1. And Fisk, you can tell just based on that approach, he wants to give the ball a ride. He can't play that card too soon in this at-bat. A base hit into the outfield will do the trick. You just need to put the ball where it won't get you doubled up. 0-1 the count. The pitch from Perry. And it will hit Valentino Fisk. Not the hit Val was looking for, but it scores a run nonetheless. The Aviators strike first. A very obscure way to put your first run on the board. I still think the RBI balk from a few Mondays ago takes the cake for the most obscure. Bases remain loaded, 1 down, and we will have a mound visit for Perry. A tough afternoon for him so far as he has gone through 5 batters, a ground out to begin the frame, then a base hit from D'Lo, a walk from Davis, a base hit from Reese, and then the hit by a pitch against Valentino Fisk. And that puts him here 1 down. He will stay in the game as expected. That was more of just a settle down conversation. It is tough right now for Perry. Obviously, base is loaded. But if there is anybody on this West Branch roster who can get them out of this inning with no more damage, it is AP. Once again, there is a reason why Coach Mullenix, in his last ever game as the head coach, picked him to start the state championship game. Charlie Eakey now steps in the box for the Aviators, batting .300 on the year with 6 RBIs and 2 extra base hits. He could take the RBI tally up a few ticks with a good base knock here. First pitch, eye level, 1-0 the count. Eakey, known for his patience in the box, he has been a good addition to this Aviator squad as a sophomore. He started the year at first base, but based on necessity has moved over to his native spot of short. Here is the 1-0. Well upstairs again, 2-0. Perry missing up, trying to take a look at the catcher Biskup. Depending on where he is setting, he might need to change where he goes. Obviously, you can't go down to a knee in this spot, but it's a high target. If he can give a lower target, maybe that would help. It is fouled away, 2-1. But as a former catcher, something I noticed, if the pitcher is missing high, give a target in the dirt. 9 times out of 10, they will still miss high, but the high all of a sudden becomes a strike, whether it be a high strike or maybe a low strike. Either way, it is in the zone 9 times out of 10. Biskup, he will set a little bit lower, but still in the zone. But Perry, before pitching, will take a look at second base and get right back to work. 2 balls, 1 strike on Eakey. Bases loaded, 1-0 Alliance, your score. Perry coming set again. Here's the pitch. Lower this time, a good offering from Perry, 2-2. And it's a lower setup behind the dish from Biskup. That definitely helped that pitch. And even though he didn't catch it, still that good of a pitch, they call it a strike. 2-2 the count. First base is in. Third in line with the bag. Middle deep. Perry looking for out number 2, but before he offers, he will fake back to second. I'll keep reiterating it for as long as it is relevant. Keeping the base runners honest in this game is going to be a key figure in deciding who wins this contest. Still 2-2. Perry looking for out number 2. Delivers. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 on the afternoon for Perry and for the pitchers. It's out number 2. As I said, that is the first strikeout from either pitcher. Yesterday, it was a similar story in the softball game. We didn't see our first strikeout until, I believe, the end of the second inning. Either way, Ben Craig now stepping in, the left fielder of the Aviators. 235 on the year with 1 RBI and a double to his name. Base is still loaded, but 2 outs. First pitch, strike to Craig. Perry settling in now, 0-1 the count. And if 1 run scores and Perry allows nothing, that's not a bad recovery from Perry by any means. The 0-1 will miss a little bit too low, 1-1. But it is paramount for West Branch that they make this a 1-0 ball game heading into the second, opposed to 2, 3, or 4. They can still come back from it, but given the Aviators starting to break out offensively again, this is the time to squash it. That pitch misses upstairs, 2-1. And as well, the only run that has scored today for the Aviators wasn't because of a hit. In fact, they had the same amount of hits as West Branch. The only difference, 1 hard 90 in comparison to 0 for the Warriors. Here is the 2-1. No, instead he will once again look back second. I believe that is the 3rd time he has done so this frame. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good lead all the way around for the Aviators. The pitch. Backs out Craig. He says he got clipped. The umpire thinks otherwise. Craig's appeal fails, 3-1 the count. Craig looking to still reach regardless of the method. Gets back to work, a ball, and it's 2-0. Here is the 3-1. Hit left side, and it will stay fair, but the play is made at third. Now they're going to say safe. A tough play over at third. The run will score, bases stay loaded. That's a tough decision. 2-0 your score. It was just a late dive. It looked like initially they called him out and then changed it. So it looked like it will be 2-0. It should go down as an E5 just based on the way it clipped. But now it's a big conversation of what will actually happen. And it seems like they are content with the decision. 2-0 your score. It looks like the Aviators are going to be scoring the unconventional way this afternoon. And now Cam Jones steps in, the first baseman today. In talking to Alliance before the game, they said they are trying something new, putting Jones at first base. His bat has been heating up as of late. You have to find a spot for him in the lineup, and it appears that spot is first. 1-0 the count to begin the at-bat as that offering misses low. But 2-0 now your score. A slower start than expected in this game. It's definitely a good start for the Aviators, but as well, not the way they expected this to go down. Here is the 1-0. In the zone, 1-1. A good get right from Anthony Perry. After Jones, it goes to Cam Burton in the 9 slot. Even count, 1-1, the pitch. Hit over right side, and it falls for a base hit. 1 run will score. Valentino, he will take the turn. The play at the plate is not in time. He is in. It's a 2 RBI single for Cam Jones. I said it moments ago, the Aviators had to find a spot for Cam Jones in the order, and that is why. A beautiful piece right side, and 2 runs will find their way home. The Aviators offensively have returned. Amid all the struggles that they have had at the sticks in the last couple of games, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. And now Burton steps in, runners at the corners, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Cam Jones make a break. Perry anticipating he will look back both runners. But Burton so far this year, 235, 2 RBIs, and 3 stolen bags as well. A perfect 0.00 ERA. Hit left side, a good piece to left field, but it will be caught by White to retire the side. A good amount of power by Burton, but to the wrong spot. Either way, the Aviator offense has returned to its regularly scheduled programming. 4 runs cross home in the bottom of the first inning, end of 1 in A-Town. It's the Aviators up 4-0 against West Branch. Alliance, a very impressive bottom of the first inning. Their defense looks to hold things down in the top of the second, up 4-0 over West Branch. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. 5, 6, and 7 due up this frame for the Warriors, starting with the right fielder, Maddox Coleman. First pitch to Coleman is popped right side and foul. 0-1 the count. But the damage that has been done so far by the Aviators, it has been in very intriguing fashion. An RBI hit by a pitch for Fisk opened the scoring. Then on an error on the left side of the infield, that was able to score a second run even though they made a lunging effort towards third. It was a bang-bang play. They called the runner safe, and that is how the run would score. And then Cam Jones, just as I said that he has become a very valuable bat to this team, he proved why. A 2 RBI single over to the right side. It fell perfectly in right field. No possible play at home. And that is the scoring breakdown thus far. A good piece into left center field. Craig tries to cut it off, and he will do so just in time for out number 1. That is Craig's second put out on the afternoon. Right place, right time, and good communication between him and White in left center. And now with one down, up steps Drake Striffler, the third baseman. Going back to last inning, he was the one making the diving attempt over at third. Based on the tip, that is all he could have done. But in the end, on the bang, they gave the advantage to the runner. 1-0 the count as Fisk misses on his first offering. And he will miss once again on the 1-0, make it 2-0. West Branch so far this year, 5-5, 1-3 at home, 3-2 on the road, and 2-2 in conference play. But they have won their last 2 games, taking down Northwest 6-3 and Columbiana 15-3. 2-1 now the count as Fisk is able to find a get-right offering, getting his first strike of the at-bat. The 2-1 beams up the middle, and via the bump, it gets an extra boost into center field. It's a 1-out single for Striffler. Based on the way that clipped off of the rubber, I don't think that would have been a base hit if it didn't hit off of it. It had a little bit of an acceleration boost, and that is how it was able to beat second and short to the middle of the infield. Now Grady Close, the second baseman, steps in, looking to move Striffler along the base path. West Branch definitely in search of at least one run this inning. That would help them get back to where they would like to be given the 4-0 deficit. First pitch strike as the bunt attempt doesn't get laid down. And Fisk is starting to resettle back in. It is tough for a pitcher in a game like this, conference, everything that West Branch has done in the past couple of seasons, to go in, you pitch for maybe 5-10 minutes, then you have 15 minutes off watching in the dugout, also while taking a couple of swings in the box. Then you get hit, still waiting, to then go out and be consistent on the mound. It's tough. That's the thing we don't talk about with these big innings for offenses. Your pitcher waits 30 minutes sometimes to go back out and pitch. He might not be the same guy that he was moments ago. 1-2 the count as Close is unable to connect on the cut. After Close, it goes to Stofinski. 1-2 count, the pitch, and it will hit him. A hard 90 for Grady Close, and just like that, West Branch has 2 runners on with 1 down.
Now batting number 22, Nick Stofinski.
And now up steps Kofinski, the designated hitter. He is hitting in place of Wyke, who is in left field for the Warriors. But Skofinski, a good spot to make something happen for West Branch. A base hit in the gap or deep into the outfield, and the Warriors will be on the board. But at the same time, a double play ends the frame. A good first pitch from Fisk right in the heart of the zone. 0-1 the count. Score update from Marlington. End of 1 in the softball game. Marlington up 10-0 on Alliance. A good hit right side, but a little bit too foul. So now 0-2. We will have score updates from a number of games as this afternoon progresses. A lot of action going on as well through 1 inning in Cincinnati. Holy Name and Archbishop McNicholas are tied at 0. Here's the 0-2. Misses upstairs. But that is a big game for the Green Wave. If they are able to win that, that would be a big statement win and their 3rd win in a row. Here is the 1-2. Chopped up the middle. This could be 2. Iki steps on 2, throws to 1 in time. Charlie Iki, a solo double play, retires the side. A beautiful chuck from across the way. We'll watch this one back. Iki, he did a good job ranging over to his left. He didn't try the transfer. That was the right decision. Just a hard hit ball. That has been West Branch's cup of tea today. He gets the play over at second, and finally the ball goes over to first base. In time, not even close at first. Charlie Iki, that is one way to say that he is the shortstop of the future for the Aviators. Middle of 2 in Alliance. Still 4-0 your score on SmeeSports. Back to where we started last inning. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Aviators in the bottom of the second as they were able to bat their way through the order in the bottom of the first. 4 runs scoring in the opening frame. They look to repeat the feat here after another great defensive stop for 2 innings in a row. A quote-unquote double play has been made. This past frame, Iki, he was able to get a pure double play. Davis, combined with the rest of the infield, was able to get a pseudo one. Davis had the throw out, and then on the next pitch, it was a ground out, ending the frame. White skies the first pitch of the frame way over to the left side, and it is finally called off by Mullenix at short for out number 1. A very high and loud out number 1, but good communication between Mullenix and the third baseman. That definitely could have fallen. And Streffler, he is a freshman, the only freshman listed on the travel roster for West Branch. He is still understanding the high school game of baseball. If Mullenix, the senior, can give him some words of wisdom, or in that case, some support in regard to making a play, by all means, he should take it. And Mullenix, he did the right thing there. He made the play. 1-0 the count on D'Angelo Fisk, who is 1 for 1 today with a base hit last inning. And he might be 2 for 2. Instead, it is a little bit too much power. White gets it easily in left for out number 2. Another good swing from the Aviators. It seems like if there is good contact to the outfield, it is caught on a great line to the left fielder. Craig, he has seen a couple as well on behalf of the Aviators. Bo Davis now steps in. He was walked in a great sequence his first time up. But a good defensive inning so far from the Warriors. First pitch ball as it skips on in. Davis willing to see that one go by. Flashing back to last inning, it was a 3-0 count to begin his at-bat, but Perry was able to battle back and make it a full count before walking Davis in the end. Now 2-0 as it skips in once again. 50-50 chance to see the same exact start to his last at-bat. 2 balls the count. The pitch from Perry. And we see it again, 3-0. In the on-deck circle, it is Lincoln Reese. The Aviators trying to start a 2-out rally. 3 balls, no strikes, no pressure. And it is strike 1 from Perry. Given the 3-0 and 2 down, Davis most likely was told, don't swing, and given his power, to tell a kid like that, don't swing, it says something. And on the next pitch, you see why, as he will take his 5-pitch walk. Reese will now step in. He is 1 for 1 on the day. A good amount of power in his bat. When he is on his game, he can be one of the best batters and fielders in the conference. If he can find his stride come mid-May, Alliance can have yet another dangerous weapon to use. And on top of that, there is a small chance we see Michael Blackwell return. It is skied in the infield. Mullenix, he will be called upon once again. And finally, after the hanger descends, he makes the catch, retiring the side. Another high pop from Mullenix. But the state title winning shortstop says, no issue. He simply makes the play. End of 2 in Alliance. Still 4-0 your score. The Aviator defense continuing to hold down the fort. They look to do so once again when we return. Two innings complete in game 1 of our 2-game series between Alliance and West Branch. 4-0 your score. The Aviators leading this one courtesy of an explosive bottom of the first inning. For those of you just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. For West Branch this frame, the task is simple once again. Make something happen offensively. They need to get their offense rolling. They have been rolling so far with plays like that, along with a couple of good base hits. It's just once they get a couple of runners on, either a double play happens, someone gets thrown out, something happens that changes the way the inning goes. The last 2 innings, based on the way that it started, you would think West Branch would have the 4 runs. 0-2 the count on Springer. It is 9-1-2 due up this frame. Ball 1 as Fisk bounces it in. But Valentino Fisk on the mound. So far, so good. 3 hits allowed, but no damage. 1-2 the count. Fisk fires it in, and once again will bounce it. Based on the way that he is striding, it looks like he is holding on to the ball for a little bit too long, and his grip a little bit too grippy. We'll see if he changes it up on the 2-2. He does. One hopper to D'Lo, and he will flick it on over to Cam Jones for out number 1. A good read by D'Angelo over at second base. The one hoppers on turf, definitely tough to read on some occasions, but it was a simple play, and he knows it himself. He makes it, no damage done. Back to the top of the order we go as Boston Mullenix steps in. 0-1 today with a screamer over to the left side to get the game underway. The first pitch from Fisk. Chopped foul by Mullenix. 0-1 the count. After this season concludes, he will make his way over to Berea to be a running back for Baldwin Wallace football. And given his bruising style of running out this way, I think his game will definitely translate to NEO football. 1-1 now the count as Fisk once again bounces it in. And once again, I think he is just simply holding on to the ball for too long. His downward finish, it gets the ball in a good spot when he releases it at the right point. But if he holds on for even a second too long, it goes too low. That one goes a little bit too low, but still a good miss. But the difference, he didn't hold on to it for nearly as long. Here is the 2-1. Now 2-2. A good couple of offerings from Valentino Fisk. Molinex looking to survive, awaiting the 2-2. Valentino ready to go. Fires it in. And it will miss. A very good one at that from Valentino. Count full. And looking at the way that the box score is written up, no strikeouts from Valentino yet. He won't get one there, but yet another loud out from Molinex, this time to center field for out number 2. Now we will see Anthony Perry step in. Perry 1 for 1 on the day with a 1-out single. That was the first hit of the ball game for either club. 2 up, 2 down so far in the top of the third. Still 4-0 your score. Alliance has 4 hits as well. West Branch has 3. And according to the board, no errors for either side. First pitch low from Valentino, 1-0. And when you have these pitcher versus pitcher battles, when one of the pitchers is hitting, they know the zone, they know what they are given. They are more likely to have a keen eye to the ball. And Perry, he is displaying that well so far. 2 pitches seen, 2 takes, 2 balls. After Anthony Perry, it goes to Charlie Biscup, the catcher. Fisk ready to go, fires in the 2-0. A beautiful crank deep to left center field. White cuts it off and makes the snag, retiring the side. A couple of powerful hits, but no damage done, no hits. The Warriors go in order. Middle of 3 in Alliance. 4-0 your score. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Five, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom of the third for the Aviators. 4-0 your score on SmeeSports this afternoon. This is the first of 2 times that we will see this matchup. Tomorrow we will be in Beloit for a 5 p.m. first pitch. Thursday we will be at the orange side of Alliance at Marlington as they welcome in Carrollton for a softball game. Friday still to be determined, and Saturday we have a doubleheader for Tri-C Baseball as they take on a very talented Bryan and Stratton College. First pitch strike to Fisk, 0-1 the count. But as the school year comes to a close at Mount Union, we will have more and more games added on, especially once we hit summer ball. Some days we might have upwards of 4 games. I believe the number I was told for a couple of Sundays is 5 already. 2 strikes the count on Valentino Fisk. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and the throw down from behind the dish will confirm it. 1 up, 1 down, and that is strikeout number 2 on the afternoon from Anthony Perry.
Batting number 30, Charlie Eakey.
And now Charlie Eakey will step in the box for the Aviators. Speaking of the strikeout, he was the other strikeout victim of Perry. But once again, heading in, a 300 average for the sophomore. He has adjusted to the varsity game very well. First pitch is low, 1-0. And ignoring that strikeout, he also has a solo double play to his name. That play more important than any hit based on the scenario that he was put in. Count now 1-1 as Iki fouls it away. After Iki, it is Craig, then Jones, and Burton in the 9-hole, and then we head back to the top of the Aviator order. The 1-1, he misses on the swing, now 1-2. Perry has done a nice job putting away the bottom of the first inning. He has pitched some really good baseball as of late. Here is the 1-2 from Perry, and it will skip low, count even. Once again, patience paying off for Iki. Perry sets and fires. The 2-2 will miss low, and we are full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It looked like West Branch thought that they had out number 2, but it was just a titch low. Perry looking for his second straight strikeout, delivers the payoff, and it will go on by. It is a 1-out walk for Charlie Iki. Once again, good patience from Charlie in the box. Obviously, given the way the Aviators have hit the ball this afternoon, you want to get a hit. You want to be a part of what the offense is doing. But sometimes you just have to take your base and be valuable on the base path. The Aviators north of 20 stolen bags already this season. First pitch to Craig, misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. Craig, upon further review, an RBI single to his name, scored a base hit on the hit over to the left side. It was a fielder's choice, but either way, he comes away with the RBI. Now 2-0 the count as that pitch misses head level, and Craig ducks out of the way. Craig and the Aviators need to be careful of a double play ball if the opportunity presents itself to West Branch. Instead, Craig tanks it left field, still going back, and it's gone! Ben Craig, a 2-run bomb! I said double play. I think I meant 2-run homer. I did not know he had that in his back pocket. What a swing! 6-0 now your score, and the Aviator offense is revitalized. I think I said in the break that I haven't seen a high school home run yet this year. Ben Craig says, you know what? I'll change that. And you can maybe see on your screen the moving figures out and left. That is how far it landed back. Maybe 10 feet over the fence, if that. Either way, it's a goner. So now 3 RBIs today for Penn Craig, 2 for 2. He has been tremendous. 1-1 the count on Cam Jones. A very tough act to follow. The pitch. It is low, 2-1. But the Aviators in a very good spot. They needed a game like this to revitalize their team. The offense, it's back. And the Aviator way of baseball might be back with it. Perry coming set. Here is the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Jones unable to connect. Count even. After Cam Jones, it's Cam Burton. Perry looking for out number 2. Fires it in. And it is in there. Strike 3 down low. A good offering from Perry. His 3rd K of the game. And it is out number 2. The first strikeout looking. Now Cam Burton steps in. I believe down below they ask what pitch Ben Craig saw. In the words of Jose Ramirez, he said, home run pitch. Which, as our buddy J-Ram knows very well, that is the best pitch in baseball. A good spot there from Perry. A beautiful dip right in there. Burton looking to put one in play. The pitch. It will miss. A good eye from Burton. Burton in this contest 0 for 1 with a fly out 2 left. After Burton, we go back to the top of the order. The Aviators, they have taken what they wanted to from this inning. Burton ground ball up the middle. Perry tips it. Molyneux gets there. The chuck is not in time. It skips by on the pick, and Burton is aboard. A hustled out infield single for Cam Burton. We'll see what the replay is able to catch of it. It looks like we got all of it, luckily. It clips off of his glove. Molyneux, he charges it. You can see the way he falls over throwing. I mean, he did everything he possibly could have there. It just wasn't enough in the end. That is not on Boston or on Perry by any means. They did what they could given the scenario. But either way, Burton reaches. On the next pitch, White pops it way high over to the right side, and it is called off and caught by Close, retiring the side, but not before Ben Craig says, you know what? I can be Jose Ramirez for at least one at-bat. A beautiful two-run bomb over the left field wall. 3 complete in Alliance. 6-0, the Aviators on top. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Welcome back to Alliance High School for the top of the 4th inning. 6-0 your score. Ben Craig adding on 2 runs to the Aviator lead, courtesy of a 2-run bomb over the left field wall. It is Biskup, Thomas, and Coleman do up this frame for the Warriors. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. And as well, I will have the call for you tomorrow evening from Beloit for the reverse fixture of this season series. First pitch is pieced by Biskup into right center. White dives, and White snags it! A web gem from Brady White for out number 1! Brady White. He had it, but they say it fell. It is tough to see. People watch it back on the replay. It's tough to zoom that far. I think the ruling is it's a catch. But in the end, it looks like they will get first base to Biskup. So now we're going to have a conversation between the coaches. Coach Graffis is doing his usual coaching. So they say it's a base hit. I think that's the decision. We'll see what we can hear down below as we eavesdrop. I think it's just pretty clear cut of if it's a catch or not. If there are any Dallas Cowboys fans watching, hearing what is a catch is something that brings back unpleasant memories from the 2010s. But they say Brady White didn't get it. It was tough to see from this angle. I will give them that. We had a couple like that in the Holy Name CBCA game a couple weeks ago. Chopped up the middle. This could be 2. Iki, he gets the play at second base, and the throw is not in time. It's a fielder's choice. And now there is 1 down. But a good play by Iki over at short. He was able to come over and make that snag. I mean, that was not a gimme play by any means. Had to just dive on the bag. Fielder's choice. Thomas is on the base path, and given his speed, that might be a decent trade-off for the Warriors. But still, they definitely would like to have an extra out to work with. Fisk, Iki, Jones, wide. A second consecutive fielder's choice for out number 2. Almost a 4-6-3 double play, but the throw just sailing wide. And once again, we will still have a runner at first base, but this is the third player to go. Will he also go right back to the dugout? That is the question. Drake Schliffer now steps in for West Branch. I mean, it's already interesting enough to see one fielder's choice, but to see two in a row like that, a little bit obscure. The throwback to one, not in time. A good dive back by Coleman. Striffler so far on the afternoon, 1 for 1. He looks to make it 2 for 2 here. A good block by Davis, 1-0 the count. It appears we have some action in the West Branch bullpen. We will look to get eyes on who that is once we are able to get a visual. 2-0 the count here on Striffler. The third baseman looking to help out the Warrior offense. First strike from Valentino Fisk, 2-1. And it is Carson Weick, the left fielder, warming up in the bullpen for West Branch. Now 2-2. So him being DH now makes a lot more sense. So it could just be a simple, he enters the ball game and there is some movement. That makes the substitution a little bit easier. The 2-2 hit left side. Iki, he keeps it in the infield. No play anywhere. It's an infield base hit for Striffler. Make it 2 for 2 on the day for the freshman third baseman. A very good afternoon for him. 2 runners on now. The Warriors have a chance to get their first run of the ball game, and it is Grady Close, the second baseman, stepping in. 0 for 0 on the day. A hard 92 his name thus far. But West Branch, they definitely would like to score a run this inning, potentially working on stolen time. But Valentino, he knows the situation. He knows what to offer in a situation like this. And that is exactly the result he wanted. 0-1 the count. After close, it goes to Skofinski. 2 runners on, 2 down, top of the fourth. Right back to Valentino Fisk. He catches it. Side retired. Valentino Fisk unfazed. How did he catch that? Wow. Valentino Fisk. He saw what Ben Rogers did on the 31st and says, this one's a little bit more impressive, Ben. This is how you get it done. What a snag by Valentino. The Warriors, they are able to put runners in scoring position, but Lady Luck today is an Aviator fan. Middle of 4 at Alliance High School. 6-0 Alliance, your score on SmeeSports. D'Angelo Fisk, Bo Davis, and Lincoln Reese do up this frame for the Aviator offense. 6-0 your score. 4 runs, and you hold down the fort in the top of the 5th, and we're done. The run rule could possibly be put into effect. You look back to last year's meetings between Alliance and West Branch. 3-2 Alliance, 5-3 Alliance. First pitch is hit right back to Perry, and he will flick it on over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. A good play made on the bump by Perry. During the break, we were able to see action from Weick in the bullpen. That action obviously has stopped as he is back in left field. It's not like softball where you can interchange the DH in the field, where I believe it just be basically you make the sub once and that's the difference, so you can't have him warm up in the meantime. 0-1 the count as Davis fouls off the first offering. A good amount of power over to the left side. But Ben Craig, he has the first home run of the Aviator season, and if you watch warm-ups, you would think it would be Bo Davis getting that honor. Here's the 0-1, and it will bounce on in. Count even on Bo Davis. So far today, a pair of walks. Perry looking to finally take down the powerful catcher. Here's the 1-1. Misses upstairs, a good miss from Perry. 2-1 now the count. For West Branch, next inning it is Skofinski, Springer, and Molinix due up. The pitch. Davis cranks it right side, going back still, and it is caught in right field by Coleman for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and out number 2 louder than the first.
Now batting number 0, Lincoln Reed.
And now Lincoln Reese will step in for the Aviators. 1 for 2 on the day. A pop out to Molinix his last time up, as Molinix was able to call it off against Striffler. And then his first time up, a basic base knock, but that helped get the offense rolling even more so as that loaded up the bases. 1-0 the count on Reese as the first offering from Perry misses upstairs. I would not be surprised if this is Anthony Perry's final inning of work in this contest. 1-1 now the count as Perry is able to locate the bottom half of the zone. Perry settling right back in. Fires the 1-1. Hit left side. Molinix back picks it. Double clutches, and the throw to 1 is in time, retiring the side. A good chuck from Molinix. His defensive day continues to be great. No damage done in the bottom of the 4th. The Aviators go in order. 4 complete. Your score, Alliance 6, West Branch 0. Your score on SmeeSports. Skofinski, Springer, and Molinix due up in the top of the 5th inning for West Branch. The Warriors from Beloit, Ohio looking to mount a comeback, and it is a good start for them. Ball 1 from Valentino Fisk. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Swing and a miss from Skofinski. The high heat gets him to chase. 1-1 the count. Valentino Fisk so far a good afternoon on the mound. 5 hits allowed, no runs. Foul to right side and out of play. Now 1-2. No action right now in the West Branch bullpen, so it looks like they will keep Perry in for as long as they can. He's at 74 pitches, we are being told, so still some more time to work with. The 1-2 is fouled away, so the count will remain the same. But I think looking back at the schedule and looking forward, West Branch knows that they want to keep their pitching the way they want it. The 1, then the 2. They want that good rotation. A beautiful liner down the left field line. It falls. It goes to the fence. Turning for second is Skofinski. The relay is not in time. It's a leadoff double for Nick Skofinski. And the West Branch offense is alive once again. A great piece down that left field line roped perfectly. And when it fell good. And Skafinski, it looked like he wasn't initially going to make his break, but he did in plenty of time with his slide, and he will have a courtesy runner. I would assume it is going to be Wyke, but they could be using a pinch runner that they will not bring into the ball game anymore after this. So we will see what the decision is, and we will see what West Branch wants to do given the scenario. Keep in mind, Wyke, he still might come on and pitch. I think if Perry gets in a little bit of a jam, then they will make the call. But now Springer stepping in. West Branch, if they can get at least 3 runs this inning, they will be in a very good spot. Obviously still down, but if you're able to cut the deficit in half, that puts you on track then with still 6 outs to work with to make your comeback. Springer looking to get things started. He will piece it high, hanger just inside right field, and it is caught by Fisk for out number 1. A lot of high hanging fly balls that just look like they're going to carry further, but they just die at the edge of the infield, carrying over into the outfield. Once again it happens, and now West Branch, they bring in their power hitter, Boston Molinix. Molinix 0 for 2 on the day, fly outs to left and center. But if he gets one pitch that he likes, that ball's gone. Chopped right side, Fisk able to pick it up on the bobble. The throw 2-1 is in time for out number 2. A good play by D'Lo, but now the runner is at third. It's Anthony Perry stepping in. He needs this RBI single. The first run of the game for the visitors, 90 feet away from scoring. So we will see how this goes for Valentino and the Aviator defense. Often today they have found unorthodox and obscure ways to get out of jams. Can they do it again? 1-0 the count. The pitch to Perry. Chop left side, foul. I think left side would be his best bet of where to put the ball. If he is able to hit it just past the shortstop Iki, that'll score the run, and if there is a miscue in left field, he could have a decent opportunity to take second. But I think right now the approach of the Warriors is one base at a time. The 1-1, lobs in beautifully, but they say no. 2-1 now the count. A very good take by Perry in the box. Val fires, and once again will miss, now 3-1. After Perry, it goes to Charlie Biscup, the catcher. 2 for 2 on the day. So the task of the Aviator defense doesn't get any easier after Perry. The 3-1 lobbed well upstairs, and that will put runners at the corners, still with 2 down. Now Biscup coming in. Last time up, a simple base hit. Can he do it again? And if he does, it would be an RBI single most likely. You never know. He could get an infield hit here that wouldn't result in a run. So you always have to say that maybe an RBI single, but in pretty much every possible scenario, it will be an RBI single if he gets one. 0-1 now the count. A good first offering from Valentino, attacking the lower part of the zone. Since correcting his release, he has done a great job hitting his spot time and time again. A slight tip, but still in the glove of Davis. 0-2 the count. Biscup, he needs to put the ball in play, or if it's out of the zone, considerably out, leave it. The 0-2, it's too low. A good take from Biscup. I believe it was Biscup who a little while ago had the blooper into right center that White dove for and was unable to make the play on. After Biscup, it goes to Jeremiah Thomas. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Runners at the corners, top 5, 2 down. Fisk ready to go, fires it in, and it will miss low once more. Count even. West Branch, they need at least 1. Val ready to go again. Fires the 2-2. Lollipops upstairs, and we are full. Perry will break from first regardless. The runner at third, he will stay put, but maybe he will get an extra large secondary. He will stay put. It's up the gut, and it is through. It's an RBI single for Charlie Biskup. Make it 3 for 3 for the catcher, and West Branch is on the board. They needed at least one run, and one run they get. Same scenario, runners at the corners, and up steps Jeremiah Thomas. Davis, he will call his first and third. Given his arm, I don't think we see a steal attempt here from West Branch, because even if their goal is to get in a rundown, based on the precision of Davis, they are not going to like the end result. Thomas sees a first pitch strike, 0-1 the count. But I think West Branch, content with running the bases the way they have been, it has seen them score once. Fisk, he will look over at third, very, very close to a balk, but he is able to get off just enough. He needs to be very careful of the balk. A beautiful bunt by Thomas. Davis bare hands. The throw to one is bobbled. And that is how run number 2 will score. Fisk chucks across, and the tag is there, retiring the side. What a sequence. A huge raise in emotions for West Branch, but they come crashing right back down. They get the run across on the bunt from Jeremiah Thomas. That makes it 6-2, but the runner at second base, that was Biskup, wanted a little bit too much, and it's a great tag at third base by Reese. West Branch able to score 2 runs at the top of the 5th. The Aviators looking to replace the runs with 2 of their own. Middle 5. 6-2, Alliance on top in this OHSAA clash on SmeeSports. Not done quite yet at Alliance High School. 6-2 your score. West Branch able to score their first 2 runs of the ball game. Their defense looks to settle things down once again. Since the first inning, the only damage done by Alliance, a 2-run bomb from Ben Craig. Otherwise, West Branch has been playing like they did in the state playoff run last year. It is Valentino Fisk, Charlie Eakey, and Ben Craig do up this frame for the Aviators. And if you are Alliance, you definitely want at least 1 run. West Branch, when they get hot, they can score runs like it's nobody's business, and they did so last year very often. And last year they averaged 6.3 runs per game. First pitch of the inning is hit over towards third. Schriffler lets it carry. The throw across is in time. A good stretch from Springer brings the ball in for out number 1. Good hustle from Valentino down that right field line. A very good hustle. He almost was in there too. That's the impressive part of it. But still a great throw from Striffler. And I think with Molinix calling off the last ball that he saw, he was able to take a second, regather himself, and he makes a good play. He is the only freshman on this varsity roster for West Branch. There's a reason why he's out there at third base. And the reason why is that he has a lot of talent. And you look at him in the box, he's 2 for 2. A good hit right center field, a little bit more shallow than first expected, and the play is made by Coleman. 2 up, 2 down on 3 pitches. And now up steps Ben Craig. Ben Craig, just a little bit of power in his swing. Home run power, that is. His last time up, a 2-run nuke over the left field fence. 3 pitches so far this inning from Perry. If he keeps this up, he might have another inning in him. I believe with it now being an 0-1 count based on that first pitch strike, I think he's at 78 pitches. So if he can stay under 85, he will most likely come out again. 1-1 now the count. And especially if West Branch can play a couple more runs, you trust Anthony Perry. If anyone on this squad can lead West Branch to a win on the mound, it's AP. Now 2-1. And I said that earlier after he struggled. If there's anybody on this team who can recover from that, it's him. Exhibit A, the state final. Here is the 2-1. Fouled away by Craig. Count now 2-2. And as always during these games, I always have to check behind to see if it hits my car or not. The answer is no. And it better stay that way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch from Perry. Well upstairs, and I think it sails behind. So we are full 3-2. So now an interesting decision could have to be made by West Branch. If this is ball 4 and it's a walk, do you make the change or do you trust him with one more batter? The next batter is Cam Jones, and he already has a 2 RBI single to his name today. Here is the payoff. Ground ball left side, and it will split third and short. A beautiful base knock from Ben Craig. Craig 3 for 3 today. This is definitely his best game this season. I mean, heading in, 235, 1 RBI, 1 extra base hit, 2 stolen bags. Today alone, he has 3 base hits. He definitely has to be close to like 275 now with his average, depending on how many at-bats he's had. But one thing is for sure, he has earned his spot, and he will not be taken out. First pitch is a strike to Cam Jones, 0-1 the count. Jones 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs to his name. Perry slides. Lobbed in, 1-1. Early on in the game, Perry was able to get that off speed to dip in, but as of late, it has been staying high or, even worse, a straight line over the catcher. The throwback to 1, not in time. I believe he is at 83 pitches, or at least in and around there. Fouled away by Jones. Now a 1-2. So depending on where he is officially, he might need a strike here to get out of the inning to see him again. He's at 86 now, so that might be the point of no return. We will see next inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chopped foul again. Another good survival cut. West Branch has done a good job of that so far today. And that has, or Alliance as well has too. And that has kept both sides in competitive at-bats. Still 1-2. Perry slides, runner goes. Hit right back to Perry, and he will retire the side. He saw Val's web gem. He says, try this on for size. And the inning is over. No damage done. West Branch wins the inning. We head to the 6th. All still to play for on SmeeSports. The Aviators have made the call to the bullpen. Enter Brody Bugera as he is tasked with settling down the defense for the final 6 outs of this ball game. 6-2 your score. as well over at first base. It is Valentino Fisk. And the first pitch will sail behind, 1-0 the count. So I assume Cam Jones will now become your designated hitter. We will see. He might just be completely taken out. He'll hit for Bugera. So now 1-1 the count. So trying to figure out how that would be scored. You move Fisk to first, and Jones will still hit. It's just Bugera in to play the field. Ground ball left side of the infield, scooped up by Iki, and the throw to Val at first is in time. 1 up, 1 down. That's the exact start the Aviator defense needed in this frame. No more funny business. If they give West Branch a way to take a tie ball game, or at least a closer ball game into the next inning, they will make it happen. It's Drake Streffler stepping in now. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 base knocks for the Warriors thus far. Bugera's first pitch is in there, 0-1 the count. We have a final score from the Alliance softball game against Marlington. The Dukes take home the win, 15-1. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. Bugera cruising. 2 strikes in a row. After Streffler, it is Grady Close. Bugera sets and fires. Very close, and they're going to say no. Now 1-2. A very good miss. Bugera, I mean, that was as close of a miss as you can have. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He wins it on the high heat. 2 up, 2 down. And that is the first strikeout of the day recorded by an Aviator pitcher. Only the 4th combined strikeout today. With 2 up, 2 down, Close will step in. He lined out to Fisk his last time up. First pitch misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. Bugera entering play today, a 5.73 ERA through 5 appearances, just over 7 innings pitched, 6 earned runs with an 0-2 record. 1-1 now the count. And on top of that, he has a total of 6 strikeouts. So with the 1 moment to go, he now has 7 on the year. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away. Now 1-2. I'm impressed with how Bugera has played this inning. I mean, the pitching that he has produced this year, it has been either really good or really hittable. Right now, it's really good. He needs to keep it that way. Here's the 1-2. And instead, there's the hit by a pitch. Close to getting out of the inning, but Close will reach on a hard 90, his 2nd of the game.
Now batting, number 22, Nick Swifinski.
Now the question is that enough of an invite to West Branch to have their offense get back to their best? With 2 down, it's tough, but if they can go station to station effectively, I wouldn't be surprised to see West Branch score. First pitch misses upstairs. And right now, if you are the Warriors, your approach might simply be, I'm not swinging until I see a strike. That could definitely be the case, as if you can get an extra guy on, it works. 2-0 now the count. And even more so, I think you wait until you see a strike. Bugera knows that's what they're going to do. But at the same time, if he lobs one right down the middle, you will see the Warriors uncork, and it will be 6-4. Bugera sets, fires the 2-0. Hit left side, a good spot to hit. Reese throws it across the diamond. Fisk, he is able to reestablish just in time, retiring the side. A good chuck by Reese. A good amount of range on his throw. A 2-out hard 90 puts the Warriors on the base path, but no damage done. 6 innings, we now go to the bottom of the 6th in this game. 6-2 your score. And a reminder, we will have the broadcast for tomorrow's game at West Branch, and that will conclude the season series between the Aviators and the Warriors. But for now, we will step aside. A new arm is on the mound for West Branch, and we will let him warm up. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. The call to the bullpen has been made by the West Branch Warriors. It is Carson White on the mound. On top of that, Anthony Perry will now play first. Springer's at second, and Close is out in left field. A whole host of changes for Burton, White, and Fisk to break through on behalf of the Aviators. First pitch strike from White, 0-1 the count on Burton. Burton 1 for 2 on the day, a fly out to left field, and a base knock in his last appearance. On that swing, he will foul away the 0-1, make it 0-2. Score update from Cincinnati. Top of the 5th inning, Holy Name and Archbishop McNicholas still scoreless. Runner at first with 1 down, and Nick Nemeth in the box. 0-2 the count. White will fire, and it will bounce on in. Ball 1 to Cam Burton. For those just joining us, the Aviators able to score 4 runs early on in this game in the first inning, and then in the third, Ben Craig added on 2 more. For the Warriors, 2 runs scored in the top of the 5th inning, and that is your scoring breakdown. The 1-2 will back out Burton, but they call it strike 3. 1 up and 1 strikeout for the relief pitcher, White. Now Brady White will step back in for the Aviators' 4th go-around in the order. A ground out and 2 pop-outs to his name so far. The Aviators center fielder looking to give the ball a ride, and that would help solidify a potential win. A 4-run lead already. West Branch, they will need a lot of offense in the next frame if they want to come out with at least a tie heading into the bottom of the 7th. But a lot would have to go their way for that to happen. 1-0 the count, and as well, an interesting thing to look at, West Branch and Alliance both with 7 hits. The Aviators have just done a little bit more on the base path. The pitch, and it is in there. 1-1 the count on White. I would expect to see the Aviators lined up in a very similar fashion tomorrow afternoon as well, just a different pitcher. Wouldn't be surprised to see D'Angelo Fisk pitch in that game. 1-2 now the count. But that is what I would assume would happen, or they'll throw Cade Blatt. One of those two will most likely be what they do. I'm maybe thinking Blatt right now, but we will see tomorrow. 2-2 now the count as White takes 1 down low. After White, it goes to D'Angelo Fisk. White looking for a 2nd consecutive strikeout. Unable to get it as White will survive on the chopped swing. For West Branch next inning, it is 9-1-2 due up to try and take back this game. Count still even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. White coming set once again, will shake the first, agree with the second, and fire. Strike 3 called. White, a beautiful delivery. The late decision sends him back to the dugout for out number 2. 2 batters faced. 2 strikeouts from White, and both are looking. I believe that is the 3rd strikeout looking on the day for the Aviators as well. Now D'Angelo Fisk steps in. 1 for 3 on the day thus far. First pitch will make him duck. 1-0 the count. After Fisk, it goes to Bo Davis. And we all know the power that Davis has in his swing. Here is the 1-0. Misses low once again. Now 2-0. For the Aviators, no real pressure right now. Up by 4. The real pressure comes alive in the top of the 7th. And that pressure is simply to get the game over with. Here is the 2-0. Fisk hits it right side, scooped up by Springer at second, and Perry is able to make the catch at first, retiring the side. The Aviators go in order in the bottom of the 6th. West Branch down to their final 3 outs. 6 in the books in Alliance. The Aviators lead this one 6-2 over the West Branch Warriors. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. We are trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. Brody Bugera and company looking to seal the deal defensively. West Branch looking to spoil the Aviator party. We will be back on in a minute. West Branch down to their final 3 outs in the first game of our 2-game series. Game 2 once again tomorrow. It will be Walker Poorbaugh stepping in the 9th slot in place of Evan Springer, as he will look to give the Warriors some life early on in the top of the 7th inning. The corners are in for the Aviators and creeping. First pitch is a ball from Bugera. 1-0 the count on Poorbaugh, the senior. It is 3 seniors due up this frame, and Poorbaugh, Mullenix, and Perry. Now 1-1 as Bugera fires in a good get right. But the task is simple for the Aviator defense. No dumb errors. Make your plays, make it happen, be crisp, win the game. Now 2-1. And now as we see this first at-bat, we are going to circle back to the beginning of the game when I said patience will win or lose this game. If West Branch can be picky in the box and find their spots to a T, they have a chance. And with swings like that, unfortunately for West Branch, this one going foul, they have a chance. 2-2 the count, and if that would have been fair, that would have been a ground rule double. And with Mullenix stepping in next, that would have helped them out. But Mullenix so far today 0 for 3, but plenty of power. I said it in his last at-bat. Give Mullenix the wrong pitch, it's gone. 2-2 the count. Bugera sets and fires. Swing and a miss. One batter face and one punch out. The Aviators 2 wins away, or 2 strikeouts, 2 outs, 2 anything away from taking down West Branch. And now Mullenix steps in for West Branch. Can Mullenix spark a rally for the Warriors? It's the top of the order now up for their 4th go-around today. Mullenix fouls away the first offering. 0-1 the count. And it'll be interesting to see how the Warriors respond tomorrow in the reverse fixture. Alliance, if they continue to play the way they have, will indeed seal the win, and on top of that, improve to 3-2 in EBC play. The 0-1 cut at and missed by Mullenix. Now 0-2. Bugera in a very good spot right now. No balls, 2 strikes. Brody will set and fire. A weak hit left side. It's like a bunt, and it will go foul. The fact that ball curved saves the Aviators. I mean, Mullenix, he definitely wants this power swing, but if he is able to get on because of a small hit like that, he will take the base anytime. After Mullenix, it goes Perry, Biscup, and Thomas. And that is assuming we don't see any pinch hitters. I don't think we'll see one for Biscup at a minimum, given that he is 3 for 3. I would be very much shocked if we did. Here's the 0-2, and it misses upstairs. Good patience from Mullenix, now 1-2. And he learned from earlier on in this at-bat. He offered at the high heat a couple pitches ago. This time he lets it go. Count now even. Mullenix, he needs to get on here. You can make a rally happen with 1 down, but with 2 down by 4, it would take a lot more than just talent. The 2-2, swing and a miss. The off-speed gets Mullenix for out number 2. And the Aviators can sound their final countdown.
Now batting number 55, Anthony Perry.
Second strikeout of the inning from Bugera, and it is his 3rd today. And now he will be taken out. I believe that he will be taken out to save his arm for tomorrow. So at this point, who do you put in? This could just be a throw-around pitcher. It's going to be Cam Burton coming in to get the game over with. And I mean, I don't mind that decision. Once again, looking at Cam Burton's stats so far this year, perfect ERA. This will be his 5th appearance, 6.2 innings pitched. So this would take him to 7.
Now pitching number 3, Cam Burton.
Cam Burton might only pitch in small sample sizes, but he has been a model of consistency for the Aviators this year. 1 out left to get. It is Cam Burton warming up. We will step aside and be back on in a minute. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Cam Burton now on to pitch for the Aviators. He will be their 3rd and most likely final pitcher in this ball game. He just has to take down Anthony Perry, and the game is over. 6-2 Alliance, your score. Top of the 7th inning, 2 down. First pitch is smoked out of play. 0-1 the count. Burton looking to make it 7 full innings of work this year. No runs allowed. 0.00 ERA for Cam Burton. He has been tremendous. Now 1-1 the count. But I mean, his outings, an inning or 2 at a time, but if you can have that bridge reliever who has that low of an ERA, that is a valuable weapon, especially if you get into like the 6th or 7th inning of a state playoff game. Cranked right side. This could do it. Getting underneath it in right. And that is it. I believe they put Blatt out in right to close out the game. They did. Cade Blatt, the PO, out in right, and that is how this one will close. Alliance takes home the win, 6-2 your final. Had to look for a second to see who was out in right field. I saw 10, I'm like, he's a PO, what is he doing out there? But either way, they send him out there. He gets the job done. And Alliance once again takes down West Branch. They swept them last year, and they have a chance to do so again. With a win tomorrow, the Aviators all of a sudden are back in the mix for the EBC crown. The only thing is, they need somebody to stop Carrollton, and we really don't know who that somebody can be quite yet. The Warriors have been really good, but I believe they did split with Marlington, so that does help the Aviator cause, but they need a lot more to go in their favor if they would like to win the conference. Either way, it's a get-right game. The losing streak is over. The Aviators now stand at 8-4 on the year. Once again, they play tomorrow against West Branch. Then they go to Field on Friday before hosting Minerva on Tuesday. Then they go to Minerva on Wednesday. Friday next week, they go to Massillon. And then in 2 weeks from today, they will host Marlington on May 6th. As for West Branch, they will drop to 5-6 on the year. Once again, they have the Aviators again tomorrow. Then they host Lakeview on Friday, go to Carrollton next Tuesday. Then they host Carrollton next Wednesday, and then next Friday, it is the rivalry game. West Branch and Canfield in Beloit. 5 p.m. first pitch. That is going to be a big battle between two teams who have aspirations to make it to the state tournament. To stay up to date on all the games we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. We will be back on tomorrow in Beloit at 5 p.m. for Game 2 of the season series between Alliance and West Branch. Thursday, we will be at Marlington High School as their softball team takes on Carrollton. And on Friday, it's to be determined. Then we hit the weekend where we have a doubleheader at Tri-C as the Triceratops look to get wins 35 and 36 in a row against Bryan and Stratton College. 12 p.m., 2 p.m., first pitch is on Saturday. But that will do it from Alliance High School. The Aviators win this one 6-2. For Nathan Smee, I am saying so long from A-Town, and we will see you tomorrow in Beloit for a big rematch between the defending EBC champs and the defending state champs.